Welcome to Greenwich. We're in one of the 3 royal boroughs of London, and this area is in the southeast of the city and is most famous for its naval history, as well as the fact that it gives its name to Greenwich Mean Time. In this video, we're going to show you the best things to do in Greenwich, including some hidden gems and some places you might not even know about. So let's go and explore. This is the Cutty Sark. She's a historic tea clipper built in 1869 in Scotland. She was built at a time where advancements in technology meant that faster and faster boats could travel to China to bring back tea for the English market. Unfortunately, the invention of steam meant that by 1895, she was completely put out of service and sold as a cargo ship. In the 1920s, the ship was then sold once more to a retired sea captain, where it was used for training exercises in Falmouth, Cornwall. However, upon the death of that sea captain, it was then brought to Greenwich in around 1954, and it's been here ever since. Today, it has been transformed into a world-class museum that you can pay to visit. You can experience the renovated Cutty Sark, as it was damaged several times by fire over the years. But today, it's very lovely, as you can see. The Cutty Sark also sits next to one of the best hidden gems of Greenwich, which we'll head to now. This is the Greenwich Foot Tunnel, and it dates all the way back to 1902. It connects the Isle of Dogs in the north to Greenwich in the south, and is used by approximately 4,000 people a day. The tunnel was built between 1899 and 1902, and it's crazy to think that we're currently under the River Thames and that this Victorian feat of engineering is still serving the people of London to this day. The tunnel was originally built to replace the unreliable ferry. Luckily though, today there are still ferries in the area, but they are much more reliable, and so if you do take one, you'll be able to enjoy a beautiful view of the Thames. There's been some kind of market in Greenwich since the 14th century, but this was only formalised in 1737 under a royal charter when 60 stalls were set up in the area, and some of them came from as far away as the City of London. Today, there's still an amazing market to visit here. It's mostly street food vendors. There are also several other street markets in the area, including one right next to the Cutty Sark. Of course, as well as the market, there are lots of different restaurants across Greenwich. We personally went to Pasta Evangelist, where they have lots of different pasta dishes, and we even got a complimentary glass of wine. When you come to Greenwich, one complex that you have to check out is the Old Royal Naval College. This has been the heart of Maritime Greenwich for around 500 years and is now the main part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Royal Naval College was a Royal Naval training establishment between 1873 and 1998. Today, it's still home to a number of educational institutions, as well as a tourist office and some museums, which we're going to check out now. This is the Watergate, and it's so cool because it leads directly onto the River Thames. This has been the departure point for many famous people over history. Most notably, this is where Queen Anne Boleyn left Greenwich Palace to travel up the river for her coronation. It's also from here that she departed to head to the Tower of London for her imprisonment and eventual execution. This is also where the body of Lord Admiral Nelson arrived in London following his death at the Battle of Trafalgar. Prior to the construction of the Old Royal Naval College, this was the site of Greenwich Palace. This was a really important Tudor palace and is even where King Henry VIII was born. The Chapel of St Peter and St Paul is a bit of a hidden gem of Greenwich. It's completely free to visit and is an amazing example of Baroque architecture. Unfortunately, you can't take any photos inside, and so you'll have to come here for yourself if you want to experience the beauty of the ecclesiastical building. If there's one attraction which I definitely think it's worth paying to see in Greenwich, is the Royal Painted Hall. This Baroque masterpiece was designed in the early 18th century by Sir James Thornhill and is dubbed the UK's Sistine Chapel thanks to just how beautiful it is. Just opposite from the Royal Naval Museum, you'll find the National Maritime Museum. This is completely free to visit and dates all the way back to 1937. It has over 2 million objects in its collections, and there are over 2 million visitors annually, making this one of the most visited museums in the UK. Right next to the Maritime Museum, you'll find the Queen's House. This was the first classical building in the UK and is completely free to visit. So once you're in the Queen's House, there's two main things to see. There's a really famous portrait of Elizabeth I, and there's also the tulip staircase, which is very beautiful architecturally. Now let's go on to our final destination of the day, the park. The Royal Greenwich Observatory dates all the way back to the 18th century and was designed by Sir Christopher Wren. It's also home to the official prime meridian line, which is from which all time in the world is measured. However, what is little known is that when they originally made the calculations, they were a little off, and so this, while it's the official one, is not actually the meridian. The meridian is a few hundred meters away in the park. Greenwich Park is the oldest of the 8 official royal parks of London, and in the summer this is a really popular place to hang out. It's now October and it's a beautiful place to see the changing of the leaves. The viewing platform right next to the observatory offers one of the best views of London. You can see views of the O2, Greenwich itself, Canary Wharf in the distance, and even the City of London. Together with Primrose Hill, I really think this is one of the best views in the whole of the city. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more UK travel content. See you next time. Bye.